Hello and welcome to my channel. If it's your first time joining me, my name is Victoria Ajay of Victoria Ajay Beauty. And if it's not your first time joining me, welcome back. Here at my channel, I talk everything about beauty, the beauty business, and from time to time, I let you guys follow me along as I do makeup on some of my clients, and I just take the camera with me and I vlog the entire experience. I have my coffee here because anyone who knows me knows that I am fueled by Starbucks, but any coffee really. But today's video is a little bit different. Today I want to talk about the business of beauty. So I'm just gonna name these my little coffee and chat, and we're just gonna talk about the beauty business. So today's topic, which is one that is highly requested, the 5 things that I have learned about working for a bridal hair and makeup company, okay? I'm gonna tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, and the amazing. So I have narrowed this down. It's a lot to say, but I've narrowed it down to 5 things, okay? So I put them on my notes, and here we go. So number 1 is finding the right team. That is so key. There are so many different bridal teams, especially in the southern states and the East Coast states. And they're starting to come a little bit more in the Midwest and the West Coast. But in Texas and Atlanta and Georgia and like New Jersey, you can find so many bridal teams, okay? My advice is to find the best team for you. And I say that because every team has its own aesthetic. Every team services a certain type of bride. You have to find the right team for you. And it's as simple as that. Like, just as you're interviewing to be on a team, you are interviewing that team to see if you're going to mesh with the way they book you, if you're going to mesh with the bridal parties they service, where they service, how far you have to travel to accommodate a bridal party. So all of these things you need to know before you pick the right team for you. And it's all super, super important. Number 2, working for a team is great for a new or a new establishing artist. So let me just go back a little bit in my story. A lot of you know I moved from Los Angeles, California to Texas about a year and a half ago. And in Los Angeles, I lived there for 10 years. I pretty much did every facet of beauty. I had done weddings, I had done special event makeup, I had done commercial studio, I had done film, I had done web series, I had done TV, and lash extensions, and had a very successful business. So LA was just, it was everything and more for my career as far as just getting a whole variety of work and loving life. So COVID hit. I ended up leaving Los Angeles, leaving my business, and moving to Texas. And in Texas, it's a little bit less TV and film and commercial stuff. So I had to kind of shift. And I'd always loved bridal. I'd always loved special events. I love that soft glam makeup. So it was a no-brainer for me here to A, establish my lash extension studio, and B, establish myself as a bridal and event artist. So while I was here, I fall into that category of a new establishing artist. And an artist can reestablish for a number of reasons. You can reestablish in your own city and state because you want to switch the medium of makeup that you want to do. You could reestablish because you moved. You could reestablish because you're changing your prices or you're getting a salon. So there's so many reasons to reestablish yourself as an artist. So I think that joining a bridal team or a makeup team or a hair and makeup team is awesome when you are a new artist or a reestablishing artist. So it has been such a blessing for me to join the teams that I have here in Texas because I didn't know anyone. I literally knew the people that were in my family when I moved here. I had to join a team because that's the only way to like start networking and getting into the industry. So it was awesome. I ended up joining one team first because I had a connection through my sister-in-law. One of her really good friends worked with a team, and she was like, hey, here's her information. So started working with them, and then answered a random ad. And this is why I always say what's for you is for you and will find you effortlessly, is because I answered a different, just job posting for something totally different. Found out that the wonderful lady that I had interviewed with had her own team as well that was amazing and thriving. I joined them, and that ended up being the team that I work primarily with. And the team that I first worked with, I still work with them, but a little bit less. So out here, you definitely have to figure out if the team, going back to point number one, knowing what team is right for you, but you have to figure out if this team is exclusive, non-exclusive, if they support you working with other teams or on your own independently. And from there, you can decide what's the best fit for you. Which brings me to my next point, thriving. And number 3 is making sure the money adds up. So making sure you're getting to the bag. Because at the end of the day, I mean, we love makeup, yes. We'd probably do it for free. Shh, don't tell anyone that. But this is a living for us. Our products are super expensive. Our time and our education is super expensive. So you want to make sure the team that you choose pays you fairly. Most teams will either pay you by the face or pay you by the hour. And you just have to make sure that it's worth your time and your money, and make sure that they're paying for things like parking, that they're giving you tips, that they're paying for, gas if it's somewhere that's far away. So just making sure that the money adds up for you. And at first it may have to be something that's supplemental in addition to, your 9-to-5 job, or in addition to your own freelance or salon work. And then maybe it's something that will become more of a full-time thing based on how many jobs you have, what works for you, and what that company is paying, and if it's fair for your time, for, your supplies, and, for where you're driving, the distance that you're traveling to. So just make sure that money adds up, baby. And number 4, so this is more for you as an artist. And I have always been the type of businesswoman where every job, everything that I do, and every job that I take, whether it is my own freelance or working for a company, it is always a reason why I'm taking that position. And whether it's experience, whether it's connections, whether it is, networking, whatever it may be, just make sure that you're making that team work for you. So my example again, when I moved to Texas, I didn't know anyone. I had to join a team because I know this is the type of makeup that I wanted to get into. And unless I was just going to go out there and shoot a whole bunch of stuff off on, Instagram of old pictures, I didn't have anything new and contemporary coming in from that Texas area that I wanted to serve. So for me, working steadily and steadily meeting new artists and steadily meeting new brides and bridesmaids, that was really important for me. So what I use the teams for, because let's be honest, I can make more money working on my own. I can make more money doing lashes. I can make more money educating the next, generation of makeup artists. But for me, It's about constantly working. The more you work, the better your skills get, the more people you meet, the more people you gain their trust as an artist. So the one thing I would never tell an artist to do is to stop working, because you're either going to be at home, not working, saying you're not making enough for that, or you're going to be out working, getting more pictures, getting more experience, getting more videos, and just getting more brides and bridesmaids under your belt. So that's what I say about always making the team work for you. Brings me to my last and final point. We are chugging right along. And that's number 5. And that is making sure that you are giving back to the team and your network. So anyone who's in the makeup industry knows that this is one of the few industries that is competitive but non-competitive. I will get so much work from other artists. We can't do it all. We will be double booked on a day, or triple booked, or need help with a wedding, or a number of different things. You have to have a network. Your network is your net worth. So I would say for an artist, yeah, think about what the team is giving you, which is your pictures, which is working, which is money, you know, which is all those things. But think about what you're giving your team. Be a good artist. Be a damn good artist. Be a person that's on time, that's reliable, that's, like I said, turning out good faces. Be someone that is putting your people on when you get something, when you get opportunities, when you find out about a new product. Put them on to what you find out. And last, I would say, last but very not least, depending on the team, again, that goes back to number 1, finding a team that's right for you. But when you have a team that you are vibing with that is amazing, make sure you're giving back to them as far as social media. Make sure you're tagging them. Make sure you're telling people about how amazing they are, how amazing this team is. I always will shout them out on my Instagram and on my videos, and you know, make sure that I'm choosing the best photos that represent their company and are the looks that we're doing, and making reels, and just all these things that like just continue to give advertisement to who you're working with. Because at the end of the day, you really have to think about it. If you're working with a good team, they are pretty much giving you clients, and all you have to do is show up. I just want to conclude this by, first of all, if you last this long, thank you. Thank you. And I hope this was beneficial, because I see a lot of people, a lot of artists kind of nervous, especially new artists or even established artists, nervous to work for someone else or to work with someone else. But I think, again, finding the right fit for you, making sure that it works with your schedule and with the money that you want to make, making sure that that team is working for you, and finally making sure you're working with that team, you can do nothing but succeed. And your talent will make room for you. That is, I think, one of the best things I've ever heard. And it has been proven to me time and time and time again, when I think like, okay, I don't have a gig, or I don't know what's next. Like, my talent always makes room for me. I'm always able to get to the next, you know, phase in my career or in my journey. So again, thank you for watching me. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not subscribed, if my content is resonating with you and helping you as an artist or even as a consumer. Please just subscribe to me. It costs nothing, and as a creator, it means everything to us. Until next time, thank you so much for joining me. Love you guys.